Hi guys, today we are going to talk about landscape and we are going to create a mountain landscape with some tulip fields. And today you're going to be creating a painting that looks a little bit more like this one, and next time we will add these flowers in the front of our picture. Today we're going to take some time to talk about the different parts of the landscape. There are different parts, and we're going to talk about first what we see all the way behind our mountains. What do you think you call something that is behind what you drew? What's the space behind what you drew, or around the outside of what you drew? If you guessed background, you got it. Let's all say background. Great. Okay. And now we're going to talk about what we see near the bottom or front, the first thing you see when you look at your picture. This is called the foreground. So we have background and foreground. Let's all say foreground, foreground, and background. Awesome. Now we're going to talk about this area. What do you call something if it's in between two things? If you guessed the middle, you're right. This is called the middle ground. So we now have three words that we're going to talk about when we are talking about a landscape. We're going to talk about the foreground, the middle ground, and the background. Awesome. Let's practice saying those words. Background, middle ground, foreground. Let's try it in a different order. Middle ground, background, foreground, middle ground, foreground, background, foreground, middle ground, background, and we could keep going. But I think you guys have a good handle on it, so awesome job. Now let's work on our drawing. Okay, so everybody has a piece of paper, and we're gonna start just by putting our name in the bottom corner. Notice my paper is going the long way. I'm gonna write my name, Miss B, but you write your name. And then we're gonna start by drawing a line across our page. And you can choose if you want it near the top, near the bottom, or in the middle. But I'm gonna go ahead and draw mine right across the page. This line, where the sky meets the ground, that line is called the horizon line. Can we all say that? Horizon line. And our middle ground sits on the horizon line. So we're going to draw our middle ground today by drawing mountains right on that horizon line. And we're going to start by just drawing some shapes that look like triangles. Notice my pencil started right on the edge of the page. I drew up and down, and it landed on the horizon line. Go ahead and draw your first mountain peak. And then we're going to draw a couple more. You can draw them small or big, your choice. Maybe change up the sizes of each one. My paper is smaller than yours, so you might fit more mountains on your paper than me. Go ahead and draw as many that fit for you. And we have our landscape. We have our foreground. You don't write this, I'm just showing you. Foreground, middle ground, and our background. Awesome. That's what that looks like. Now we're going to work on painting. You guys are going to get set up with your paints. You're going to get your cup of water and your brush, fill it about halfway, and you're going to get a palette that looks like this. The palettes are on the cart next to my desk. You're going to think about what colors you're going to use for your landscape. Remember, today we're painting a green grassy field, and next time we'll plant our flowers. So when you get once you get set up with your paint, you're gonna work on painting something that looks just like this, and I'll have my example up here for you. You're painting, you're gonna take your time, you're gonna fill everything in so there's no white spots. You're gonna try your best to stay in the lines so that we can see your beautiful drawing. And you can choose how light or dark you want your paint to show up. I'm gonna use some blue for my sky. And I painted my mountains purple. You can paint your mountains whatever color you want. If you want purple mountains, go for it. If you want a different color, that's okay too. There's some good color choices you can use for mountains. And to get my purple, I just mixed a little bit of this dark blue color together with the magenta. And I did that right on top of my painting. Oop, I'm gonna add a little bit more magenta. There we go. I got some purple. I'm gonna fill that in so that it stays white, or so it stays purple. I'm filling in my white. And I'm gonna get more. Remember, I have to get water on my brush as I'm painting, otherwise I'm not gonna get my color to show up. Now, if it comes out too dark, I'm just gonna add more water, and that will lighten it up a little bit. There we go. And I have my picture. Once I have my painting all filled in, I'm gonna place this on the drying rack, and I'm gonna clean up my spot. If you're done early, you can have some time to free draw today. All right, friends, I hope you have fun painting your landscape, your foreground, your middle ground, and your background. And we'll add our flowers to these next time. All right, have fun with it and take your time.